Do you want to hit powerful forehands like the professionals? In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you 3 steps to developing effortless power to play your forehand like a pro. Hi, this is John Craig with Performance Plus Tennis, USPTA Elite Professional with over 35 years of coaching experience. Make sure you stick around to the end because we've got a free gift for you that's going to help you not only with your forehand, but with every shot in the game. Tip number 1 to generating professional power is all about getting set up and prepared to receive the ball. And in modern tennis, we want to prepare with a tremendous rotation so that we can uncoil our body and generate tremendous power using our core. And if you compare it to, say, like a batter that's playing baseball, you'll see the batter be set up with a strong rotation, weights on the back foot, and they're very loaded and they're very coiled so that they can uncoil and rotate into contact. And we want to do a similar thing. And I even do this with a lot of my students, especially younger boys that play baseball. I say, get into position like you're going to hit a ball. And now I say, okay, now keep that same posture and now just separate your hands and get yourself prepared this way. So if you got a good, strong base and balance with your weight set up on the back leg, a strong coil, you're in a position where you can uncoil and rotate back into the shot. So that's quite a bit different than the way I learned back in the 70s and 80s, where tennis tended to be a little more linear and there was a less emphasis on the body rotating into the shot. So if you can get a good, strong preparation, that's going to allow you to uncoil and generate tremendous racketed speed that you can use to either hit a lot of ball speed or generate a lot of spin or any combination thereof. So you might be wondering at this point, well, how do I get into that position? Well, if you originate in a strong ready position and a good ready position, you'll see that all the players in the modern game really create their unit turn or their rotation with their non-dominant hand on the racket. And that ensures you that you're going to get a rotation and a preparation together as a unit. So when you're preparing to receive a forehand, use your left hand, get a good strong turn, and now you'll see that every player gets a separation, and then they're using the other hand for other things like balance and distance measurement and so forth. So the key to getting a good strong coil is going to be your first move out of your ready position. Make sure your hands don't separate early, because that's not going to help you. Make sure your left hand stays on all the way until it feels like it's adjacent to the right shoulder. Adjacent to the right shoulder, and then it can come away, and now you've got your good strong coil and preparation. Tip number 2 is using that tremendous preparation and coil to uncoil and generate rotational power into your shot. So once you're into this good strong rotation, this good coil, we don't want to stay here. We would not want to swing to the ball and keep our body still. We actually want our body to be the catalyst that draws the swing to the ball. So once I'm into this strong coil to play the shot, I'm going to begin the shot by rotating. And my left hand is going to pull away, my back leg is going to push, and I'm going to rotate into contact. So when I'm making contact, my chest is more facing the net than facing the side where it was at the beginning. So the real catalyst here is getting this strong rotation and letting the racket lag behind and then accelerate into the catch-up. So we want to get this good, strong coil and rotation out of the coil, and you can do that regardless of what your stance is. So if you were playing a traditional sort of square or classic closed stance, you're here. If you're in a semi-open or you're in open, you can still get the same degree of coil so you can rotate and uncoil into your shot. And that is critical to generating tremendous power and, again, effortless power that we're seeking. And if you look at all the top players on the tour today, whether they're WTA or ATP, you see the same movement pattern. And that's how they're generating so much power on their shots. Tip number 3 is all about timing and understanding the magic of getting the timing just right. And that is one of the professional qualities that you see in high performance players that makes the forehand so easy, or certainly appears to be so easy, is how to get that professional quality timing. So what we want to do to get the timing, first of all, is understand where your contact points are. Now, I have a video here on my channel that refers to specifically where the contact points are, so check that out. And then I also have another video here on the forehand on the acceleration of the racket and how to get that acceleration right. But you want to blend together the acceleration and the understanding where the timing is so you can really generate what appears to be easy power. So how do we do that? Well, again, understanding where the contact point is and making sure that you're set up so that you have time to have a subtle pause. A subtle pause is the time for you to measure, and then accelerate through the ball. So we don't want our swing to be fast. We want our swing to be quick. And so what I don't want to do is take it back late and be fast, because then I'm not in control of my timing. What I want to do is move onto the ball, have my racket ready to go, nice and pause, slow, and then accelerate through. And the ball only responds to the speed of the racket into contact. So the racket, if you watch a lot of the top players, the racket is not fast as it's dropping, and it's not even fast as it's passing through the bottom. It's generating momentum so that it can be at its greatest speed as it comes onto the ball. And if you can get that magical timing right, it looks like you're not even swinging hard at all, and yet the ball goes beautifully. So the key to that is understanding where the contact point is, obviously tracking the ball. We also have a video here on the YouTube channel that help you with that. And then really understanding how to accelerate behind and through the ball. And if you get that right, it starts to become a very, very effortless movement. That in combination with your uncoiling is going to generate easy power for your forehand. So now that you've got your 3 tips, I'm going to hit some balls and walk you through what I think and feel when I'm doing this, certainly when I'm practicing my forehand. So I'm in a good ready position. I'm going to react to the ball with a good strong coil, play it, come back, coil. And you can see that I'm pretty slow, right? Slow, quick. Slow, quick. Slow, quick. And that ball's traveling pretty good pace off of a ball I'm receiving that's pretty slow. So I'm able to generate a lot of racket head speed. Doesn't look like it's that fast of a racket, but it's moving. And that's because I'm just timing that acceleration into and behind the ball in such a way that I'm able to generate a lot of power, but have a fairly effortless swing. And as a bonus tip, this is really going to help you tie together these 3 ideas that I presented in today's video. And this tip is about relaxation. Nothing is going to happen in these 3 pieces that we've gone through if you don't have the right tension or lack of tension. So you might be thinking, how do I get the right tension and what should I be trying to feel? Well, I love it when my players understand that they want to have the non-dominant hand in control of the racket in the ready position. And that allows you to be soft in your playing hand. So for me, I'm cradling the racket in my non-dominant hand. My right hand is resting in the forehand grip. And when I receive a forehand, my grip tension has not changed. My left hand's still in charge as I get to this nice strong coil. And then when it comes away, I still don't change the tension, and I begin to be able to feel the weight of the racket head. If I grip too tight, the racket head is going to disappear in my hand and create rigidity and tension and stress in my arm, and it's not going to allow me to be fluid. So once I release, I can start to feel the weight of the racket head, and I'm not going to change that tension. So as I uncoil and rotate and relax the arm, the racket will drop, and then it will want to catch up naturally. So the more I can generate this rotation and have the racket fall and come forward, the more speed I'm going to get with no effort. So the key here is to be sure you're not gripping tight, and it really does begin in the ready position. If you're one of those types of players that doesn't have this hand involved very much and you're holding tight in the ready position, certainly you're going to be rigid when you're playing. The problem with that is, of course, a loss of performance, but also a great increase in chance of getting an injury. So if you want to avoid injuries and you want to improve your performance, really monitor and measure your tension, and your grip tension is a big part of that. So use your non-dominant hand, make sure it helps get into that big strong coil, feel the weight of the racket head, and try not to increase the tension in your hand as you play through the shot. I hope you really enjoyed and benefited from today's lesson. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel because it really helps us out. And be sure to click on the link below to get your free gift and access to our library of lessons that is going to help you understand the things you need to master to achieve your full potential on every shot in tennis. Thanks again for watching the video, and we'll see you soon.